Hey everybody, before we get into what may be the leaked villain for the She-Hulk series, we have a question for you. Our question is, when did She-Hulk first show up in the Marvel Comics? Let us know in the comments below if you know that off the top of your head. And if you do so, we'll be sure to give you a like. Now let's get started. So there's a plethora of Disney Plus shows coming out, specifically with Marvel. I know they're doing a lot of other things, but we're talking about Marvel right now. And one of the most anticipated ones, at least from what I'm hearing and general interest from the audience, is She-Hulk. Now, I will be completely transparent. I don't know She-Hulk nearly as well as I know some of the MCU comics. That has nothing to do, I think she's a pretty dope character. It's just not something that I was engaged with as a young man, and even in my adult years, I really just don't know that much about it. Essentially, that it's the female version of the Hulk, a lot more sophisticated and a lot more unique abilities than necessarily the Hulk's just absolute godlike strength. And apparently one of the angles for her is that she is some type of lawyer. Now some of you might be listening to this like, we knew that, so what are you really adding to this video? Well, apparently during the auditions and the screenplays that they do for shows like this, something has leaked recently, potentially revealing a very unique villain for the new She-Hulk series. And it took me a little bit to dig up exactly what was going on here. So under the alias Dr. Revive, there's an interesting interaction between him and She-Hulk. Basically, he's insinuating that when he gets out of a relationship, fakes his own death, and then he comes back to life. And he has some kind of immortal power, and that's why he's calling himself Dr. Revive, and I'll talk about the immortal aspect here in a second. But obviously, his treatment of women does not please She-Hulk in any way, shape, or form, and she starts to come down on him pretty hard, definitely revealing her anger. There's a little interaction where the female lawyer says, or what we assume to be She-Hulk, "Are you really afraid of confrontation? Seriously?" with exclamation points. The client says, "Come on, I thought lawyers weren't supposed to be judgmental." The female lawyer says, "Obviously relationships can be hard, but there's also just basic respect," and the anger only continues. Well, after doing some digging, there's been some rumors that this Dr. Revive quoted in this scene is actually Mr. Immortal, a mutant. And it's a different spin on him because I know technically he's like a hero in his role as Mr. Immortal, but they might be spinning him as a scumbag villain in this series. Now, Mr. Immortal is someone who was supposed to show up in a canceled series called New Warriors, where he was going to team up with Squirrel Girl, which didn't happen. And will we ever get Squirrel Girl in the MCU? I have no idea. But all I know is there's a lot more pointing to that there's mutants coming, guys. A lot of mutants coming. And we have it in Multiverse Madness. We have it in this series. And I know this is only going to be of many that we're going to see. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Are you guys excited for the She-Hulk series? What do you think about this villain reveal? I don't know much about Mr. Immortal and this Dr. Revive alias that he's going under. Do you have any other thoughts on it? Have you heard any other information? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll be looking forward to hearing your thoughts. And if you like this video, you can always like, subscribe, and turn notifications because it does help us as we try to fulfill your movie hunger on the regular. Well, guys, until next time, thanks so much for watching.